it goes.
So we're gonna start like usual. There was a young rapper. His name was Dollar. He was from Atlanta. He was a real dope kid. He died. He got killed a couple years back, but he did a remix of this song right here. But the original singer is Goapele. Little motivation right there, you know what I'm saying? Closer to my dreams.
Nice rhythm, nice rhythm.
You know what I'm saying? Every day we trying to get closer to our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to another episode of Making Noise in the Kitchen. I am your boy Carlo Banga, a.k.a. Don Perignon.
And I'm Uncle Mario, a.k.a. the Senator.
Hey. What they do. Another week, another dollar, I guess you can say. Shit.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is for a lot of mugs around this piece.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. Is it the virus? Is it what is it? What's going on?
And let alone Florida being such a kind of slow state as it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like everybody out the chase for the money.
Everybody's feeling the crunch too, Everybody's feeling that crunch.
And it feels like Florida right now is like at a no holds bar. They're just gonna stay like whatever it is like. I don't think majority of the Floridians give a shit about catching a virus or not.
Well,
I really don't think it, because they moving like normal, you know what I'm saying? The governor's on CNN spazzing out on blue states saying y'all closed down states and didn't even know what was really going on. Look at me, you know what I'm saying? I kept this thing open and we still all right. So what? People getting sick, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? A couple of days they can't taste things for a week, but then we right back to normal. We out here getting this money, but where's the money?
Exactly. Well, not only we're out here getting it, but what is he accounting for the people that are dying?
Nah, those people don't matter.
Oh.
No, that's how I see like a lot of movement within. Those people don't matter. They're dead.
Right.
Life goes on.
It's a consequence of life, and we move on.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you start thinking about things like that, I was listening to a story this morning about the homeless population and how it's going to grow by like 10 million in the next year or so if things continue the way they're going. People are getting ready to get tossed out of their houses again. Landlords are evicting people again.
Well, I guess this dude Biden, he's working on getting everybody some more money right now, right?
Yeah, he's trying
to at least.
He's trying to work with both parties, but either way, it's going to happen.
When?
Well, that's the thing.
We're going into February tomorrow.
Yeah.
So when is the general public? When are these people going to get some money?
Get some relief.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like, how long is that eviction thing going to last for these people? You know what I mean?
That's the problem. Even if they extend it for another year.
Yeah.
There's a big gap of time that's already passed. So how do you recoup that? You can't make these people work any harder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody being able to pay back rent or anything like that. They weren't put in this situation.
Stuff that's been due for.
That's crazy. I have a strong feeling that in the next couple of weeks, Florida is gonna open clubs and strip clubs and things of that nature.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I have a strong
I'm
feeling.
sure it is. Especially now that the numbers are leveling off. You know,
They probably at the strip clubs gonna have like
booths
it'd be like a glass barrier, yeah.
with a
You know
glove.
what I'm saying? And like the nigga like sit like that, and like the girl be all grinding and everything, and the wall's
Yikes.
gonna be right here, and they going thousand.
They're gonna go 3D.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna be throwing the dollars. He's gonna be hitting himself, but
Exactly.
they gonna make it work. They're gonna make it work. That's gonna be crazy. I don't
gonna
think
be
I can
all-
experience that.
It's gonna be all virtual reality. You
That
go in and put on a helmet.
I don't understand why they haven't made that yet. They probably have. I don't know the way these hackers and everything be moving.
You know, there's what was that show that was on? There was a movie a few more than a few years ago now, like 40, 30 years ago, where they were all robots, and you come to a town and you get to live out your fantasy, you know. And then I think it was HBO that turned it into like a series, and it's been going on for a while now.
I don't know.
So anyway, that's what you would think. Back then it was robots fulfilling everything. Now it's all in your head. Now all you have to do is just get the
VR set.
The VR
and
set.
you be good to go.
You're good to go.
What? That VR is unbelievable.
It's
It's just not the same though.
no, it's not. Yesterday, also, the Vatican released a 3D VR thing of all their chapels.
Oh yeah, I've seen that and all that, but I'm saying like I want to go to strip club, man. I've seen all the.
Where you gonna get that virtual
It's
reality?
it's just not the same. It's not the same. I haven't been to a strip club in 2 years.
Right on.
He said right up like this intervention. Good for you, man. This is a strong step to the future. It's ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Even-
I took
even
you
a
to your first.
regular
I
club.
took you to your first strip club. When
Yeah,
you were
I
of
know.
age,
Fun
when you
times.
became
Right
of
down the
age.
road too. Right down the road. That's so funny. But it's like, man, I haven't been to a club in forever. Even though I was never really a club person.
I used to love going to the clubs. Love going to the clubs. Love dancing all night long.
Yeah, nah, I was never that.
You were never Rico Suave, huh?
Never that. Nah, I'd go to the club, you know what I'm saying, and
Hold up the wall.
nah, get a couple drinks in me. You gotta go out there. You can't
You
hold
have
up the
to,
wall.
You have to. There's no way
Yeah,
you can
look
not.
like, and then of course, like a chick isn't if you looking up to par, a chick ain't gonna let you hold up the wall.
Exactly.
That's never like
Exactly.
that shit don't last very long. And I'm saying, yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that last night. I do miss going to a Spanish club. I don't really be dancing that bachata shit and all that,
Right,
but
right,
like,
right.
this is the last time I've been to a Spanish club. Spanish bitch gonna grab you. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, man.
You know what? I've never been to a Spanish club.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because listen,
You've never been to a straight and all night long Spanish music, give you headache type of.
down in Wellington, Wellington Manors down in
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wilton
Manors. Yeah. There's a club that has a Spanish club inside of it. So you could just walk through two double doors.
Yeah, a
and
lot
get-
of the Fort Lauderdale clubs
Yeah.
like that. They got
So
different.
yeah, I would
yeah.
party in those kind of clubs. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
but
and-
never just a one straight Spanish.
No,
like
no.
just boom Spanish.
No.
Yeah. I used to
And it
run a
begins.
Spanish nightclub.
Where was that?
In Miami. That was it was Overtown. Me and my brother Face and Bugs. Yeah, we used to be out there, and it was a Spanish after hours club, and we used to run it for his pops.
Right on.
And yeah, it was wild though. It was wild. That was one of the reasons why I had to join the military, because I was in that club wilding. And so it was like enough was enough. But yeah, it was in the middle of like in between. It was like Overtown. Yeah, it was Overtown, and then you had Alapata next door and everything like that. But like there was a lot of nights more than anything where like that place would get closed down by the police.
Oh yeah.
Or stabbings or shootouts.
You're probably
man.
too young to remember, but my dad had a social nightclub.
Yeah, over
in the
there
Bronx.
under the 4 train, right?
Yeah. No.
It was under the 4.
No. That was the Southern Boulevard line. That was like a what the hell line was that? I can't remember now. Like the
Four
The
and
one or
five,
two?
4 and 5 train goes in that area.
it's got to be the 5 then.
I think it was one of those. I think it was underneath the 5 train or one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a
But
nightclub.
I think I was a baby when that shit
Yeah.
was going down.
Yeah, and it was the craziest thing. I mean, they hooked it up and it started making like crazy money, and then there was a shootout there, and nobody ever came back.
Now you see at this one in Miami, there was shootouts there often, and
And people still come back, huh?
yeah, it
There's
was
a difference between Puerto Ricans
it was-
from New York and
it's
Puerto
ridiculous.
and Latinos from Miami.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like there's one night that this dude like he was leaving the parking lot and he hit this girl's car that was all like friends with us or whatever. I was out there at that time and everything, so I tried stopping him before he dipped off. I was like, "Hey, you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, give some insurance information or whatever." And I went to open the door. He tried driving away and he threw a beer in my face. And I blacked out. Yeah, I blacked out. Just like, bah, bah. I just started hitting this dude, right? And the security guard goes around to the other side, tries opening the door to get his ass out. The girl in there screaming and everything. And like I said, I was wilding. I go around the back, pulled out my pistol and bust out the back window. And dropped my pistol in the damn car.
Oh my God.
In the car. He could have drove away. I'd have been done skis.
Exactly.
And luckily he didn't because a security guard got around and he was choking him with a seatbelt. And so like, I grabbed a pistol and shit. We all went inside. I got in my car and I drove off. And I was on 75 doing like 90 miles an hour. I was probably on ecstasy and stuff. And I looked down and I saw like the pistol. I saw blood all over me. And I was like, I need to do something with my life.
That's like Fear and Loathing in
Las Vegas. Oh my lord!
That-
I was
that would've
fear
been
and
Fear and
loathing
Loathing in
in
Miami.
Overtown. I'm telling you, I used to leave that place to see shootouts and everything. Like it was ridiculous. But yeah, so I joined the military from there. And there was this one night at that club, this dude had gotten shot and stabbed, and we knew this dude. And he got shot and stabbed, both in the same altercation.
Same night.
Yeah, no,
was-
same like altercation right there that night.
He was having a bad
It
night.
was like, bah, like that. Yeah.
Damn.
And his cousin is this girl. Everybody know this girl. I ain't gonna say no names or whatever. I ended up going to the military, and I was in basic training, and that chick went into the military. She was in basic training with me.
Oh shit,
Small world.
man.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, it was called La Cora.
What happened to her?
Oh, who knows? I never, yeah. That was enough. We went our separate ways. I went to another.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, she's still in the army today." And
I doubt it. She was like sneaking in cell phones and basic training and shit like that. Like I got to call people on her cell phone. So I was like, oh yeah, she's not gonna last long enough. I think I lasted longer than
how do
her.
you sneak a cell phone in? That's $1 million question.
That's
folks.
a chick, man. That's a chick. She gonna do it, and she from the hood. She gonna do it.
Damn.
She was gonna do it. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, that was La Cora, and that place is still there, but I don't think anybody runs it. But yeah, we've got a lot more wild stories in that place. Oof. It was
no what?
La Cora.
La Cora.
Yeah, La Cora. Yeah, it was bugged out, but
What
yeah.
does that mean? Do you know what it means?
La Cora, La Peseta.
La Cora?
Yeah, like the quarter.
No.
La quarter. It's like it's Latin short for Latin quarter. There's
I'm not sure.
La Cora.
Could be.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Because
makes
he never
sense.
changed the name. It was given down. Like all the licenses and everything were grandfathered in.
Right.
So it was always La Cora nightclub. Yeah, we ended up like making flyers, building a VIP section in that joint, and like we were doing some wild stuff out of that thing. A lot of cocaine. Of cocaine. Of course, it's Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all it was. I got in a fight one night over there. This black kid came in there and he was drunk as hell. And he came in and he was looking at me and my brothers and he was like, bunch of faggots in here. He's like, oh, the Spanish music, all the bunch of Latin faggots up in here. And I looked over at my boy and he gave me the I just bust him and we're tussling and All of a sudden, the whole club came outside and everything like that. Long story short, I split him open so bad. Like, he ended up dipping out, and my little brother ended up pulling me inside and everything. We had wild nights over there. Wild nights. Man, yeah, wild nights.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was fun, though. It was fun. But yeah. We could go back. Like I always say, would you go back to the back in the day times and you know what I'm saying, really relive that? I think I would relive everything, but with a solid brain of like what I got now. And I'm not even all the way that solid right now, but I'm solid enough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there would be plenty of things that I'd go back and change, like, you know. But listen, that's what makes you today. You know, that's what these experiences through life is what makes us who we are today.
Yeah.
And maybe for good or for bad, that's who we are. You know, I say for good or for bad because, listen, at some point you say to yourself, listen, I am who I am. You know, no matter what, this is me. You know, and that's who you are. You know, you become comfortable with your own skin.
Yeah. Of course. Like, I often, like, look at myself, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm confident in who I am, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm an ill nigga and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, and with everything that I've done, you have to have that kind of mentality to live, you know what I'm saying, or if you don't, you ain't gonna get nowhere. That's what I've noticed, you know what I'm saying, you ain't really gonna do the things that you want to do.
But I also believe people know when you're being fake and being dishonest with them, you know. I mean, you can tell a hypocrite a mile away, you know, just by the way they say hello.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people have that, you know, a lot of people have that instinct where they can feel if you're lying to you or you're taking it or you're talking to you, you know. So
it's weird, like, you know, it makes me think. I got notes on this one because this is a fucking crazy story. This is a crazy story. But this makes me think of, like, you know, the life that people lead and the directions, you know, people lying on shit and people who really done this. You ever heard of the story of Cameron Terrell in 2017? It's kind of all aligns because it's like the different life the people live, and then also with what's going on in the world today and how certain things can happen to certain people.
Okay.
And it don't happen to others. You know? Cameron Terrell. This kid is a 17 years old kid. This is in 2017. All right. At that point, he was 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? He lived out in this place called Palos Verdes out in California. Beautiful homes. What was that? $1.8 million home this kid was living in with his father, who was a president of a media company. His mother was like wasn't like, you know, she wasn't something per se. I think most of the money came from the father, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she probably owned a little beauty salon or something like that of that nature, whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, always going on lavish trips and everything like that. $1.8 million home, like I said, and him and his parents they started not getting along. You know what I'm saying? And he just started running away from home and decided that he connected more with people in South Central LA. You know, it's crazy out there.
That's
you know?
That's the slums. Yeah,
the gang territory.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
The homeless and
This kid went out there and started becoming good friends with the 83. This what gang was this? There were Crips out there that he started becoming friends with. It's a certain set because Crips they battle Crips. A lot of people don't know it's just not Crips versus Bloods.
Right.
It's Crips versus Crips and Crips versus Crips and Bloods versus Bloods, and all together they all fucking
different, like,
hate each other. There's different areas out there. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, he was in the rolling 90s, and they started calling him Milk. Like that, he started hanging out with these people and everything. He was out there 100%. And on October 1st in 2017, On 2017, he decided to drive out to his rival gang, the 83 Crips, rival gang area. And this kid comes out of his car, 16-year-old kid. At the time, he's 18 now. And they go into this neighborhood and they go up to this kid. Yo, what you banging? What you banging? What set you claiming? The kid was like, I don't gang bang, bro. And they shot and killed this kid. All right. He was driving. He didn't come out the car. He was driving. You know what I'm saying? Right. The two kids, 16-year-old kids, came out, shot this kid. They shot a 21-year-old kid, Justin Holmes. He didn't even gangbang. He was on his day off. He was a college student. He worked at U-Haul. He was on his day off. He had two people with him. Them two people ran and called the police and came back and stayed with this kid till he died. You know what I'm saying? The two little 16-year-old busters ran up in the car and dipped off with this rich white boy. You know what I mean? So, of course, they catch all these fucking kids, and they have it on camera. They show the rich white boy pulling up in his black Mercedes, dropping these two 16-year-old kids off to bust this kid. You know, gang initiation just to get right. You know what I mean? So, yo, this kid, this 16-year-old kid, he admits to driving. Says, I didn't know that they were going to kill anybody. I just thought they were going to go spray paint the walls. And you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? He sat in jail for a week. And his parents probably put up the house. You know what I'm saying? $500,000 bail, 10%, $500,000. So a $5 million bill. They put up the house for sure. And kid got out. After he got out, this kid still goes to South Central and films his little homeboys kicking over the fucking candles in this kid's grave, the site where the kid gets killed.
Exactly what the jurors want to see.
Yo, they want to see this, right? They're like today's generation, they snitching on themselves and everything, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so yeah, those two 17-year-old kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they got life in jail. But what I do know is that rich white boy, Cameron Terrell, pleaded not guilty, and they found him not guilty.
Right on. Right on. Listen, we all know money talks.
Ain't that some
walks.
shit?
You know, that's the way it is in this country. You know. I mean, it is absolutely.
That's some wild. That kid is walking the streets right now.
It drives you insane. You can't sit and think about things like that because it'll drive you crazy. You know, you have to. You'll start imagining things. You can't think about things like that because it's about who you know, how much you can pay. You know,
and how white you are. Let's just be real about that shit.
Well, even
the
sometimes
two black kids,
money will be the only color you need to see most of the time.
This motherfucker went back to the site of where the kid got killed and kicked over. Right. They kicked over the kid's camera. He admittedly said he drove the two kids there, regardless whether it's spray painting or not.
Right.
A kid got killed.
There's no respect for life.
That's wild. But that just shows you like the different directions, like what we were speaking of, and how like kids like this nigga had the opportunity to become something serious. He probably could have become the president of his father's company, and you know, even become a hedge fund manager and decide to rob all these people like they did with the GameStop shit the other day. You heard? Do you know about that?
The GameStop?
Yeah.
The whole craziness about how they built up the stock and had the hedge funds collapse.
Yeah, these people,
because they were betting against them.
Yeah, these people saw on Reddit or whatnot, like it's like a little group that they have, like Bet Against Wall Street, I think it's called, and they all they all saw how like they weren't really going after GameStop, like the stocks were probably at like 30s. I think it went from $50. And all of a sudden, this whole group was like, let's all buy the stock and see what happens. And they bought it, and the stocks went up. They went dramatically up to like $300 a share. Yeah. And so when everybody and all the little people out on their apps started seeing that oh shit, $300 a share. They wanted to start selling their stocks because apparently too there was this kid who his mother bought him a GameStop stock for like $20 when he was younger or whatever,
Right.
and ended up selling it because there's some parts of the app where they'll sell the stock for you if it goes up to a certain point.
Right.
He ended up getting some good money back, like $1,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the other people, they started trying to sell their stocks, and Robinhood and E-Trade and all these places are like, no, you can't sell that shit.
Well,
They pretty much stopped it to.
what they were trying to do is screw with the hedge funds, with the hedge funds managers, right? So that's exactly what they did. The hedge fund managers were betting
the hedge funds.
They were betting against GameStop. They were saying that in a couple of years, GameStop was going to be done, and that their stock was just going to continue falling. So they were betting that the stock was going to continue falling. Now, what happens is, if that stock decides to go up by any certain means, by any certain amount, that bet that they've just turned into so much money has turned against them. Because if that shoots up 300 points, they lose a ton of money.
The hedge funds do.
The hedge funders do.
And at the end of the day, it's like.
So that's why they didn't want anybody to sell, because and then, the stock
Because
drops
the little
again all
man
of a
gets
sudden.
rich.
Right.
We would all get rich, and the hedge funds will lose a lot of money.
Right. Exactly.
That they can lose.
But
that
they closed it
amount of money.
down. They closed it down, so you couldn't sell, or you couldn't buy, or you couldn't.
And
do
that's
anything.
where they screwed the little man. That's where they screwed. You know what I'm saying? All of us that want to go on an app and invest. You know what I'm saying? That's all you hear is invest, invest, invest. And now people are seeing it like you're telling me to invest, but yet, obviously, how am I going? They're going to stop me from making that real money. I'll never be up there with these people.
Well, you can you
So
find.
you think that whole thing was right in what they did?
No, I think they were both wrong. I think they were on both sides. They were wrong
Why?
because they purposely bought the stock to screw with the hedge funders. The hedge funders were
It was
betting
a
against
smart
them to
idea,
begin
though.
with.
It was a smart idea.
If the hedge funders wouldn't have been able to do that to begin with, and then it wouldn't have happened. I think that it works on both sides.
Well, that kind of shows you that, you know what I'm saying, all these regular people can kind of form together and create a kind of hedge fund of their own.
Right. It becomes more of a bubble, because it's not that it's so organized and it's so inbred. It eventually falls apart and everybody goes their ways. Yeah, we
And
did
that's why you sign contracts and shit like that.
Yeah.
You sign contracts and then everybody could get their money in and be in and be out. But I think you giving, like, I think this was actually a dope thing that what these guys did on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows it's like you don't need to be all the way up there, because a lot of those people up there don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? Those hedge funds, they're not going to give us an opportunity to get involved in that money. Right. Big money keeps big money around. You know what I'm saying? So you got to create that opportunity for yourself. And so these dudes, by doing that, they created that opportunity and showing they put the bet. They were like, yo, I guarantee you, we all buy it. You know what I'm saying? Their greedy selves are going to see it and be like, oh, time to get out. And so these companies pretty much, it's not even about the group that put themselves together to buy that. They just thinking about the hedge fund guys,
because
because
just thinking about the money that they were going to lose.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So now they're screwing little people on the bottom that's getting these apps and like, oh, I want to invest a couple dollars in here and this and that.
And if the hedge funds were not doing what they were doing to begin with, it wouldn't have happened. Betting against a small company. I mean, come on, you're already playing the David and Goliath by being a small company. And you don't need anybody betting against you.
And that's with any small company out here in the United States. That now you got to worry about the big man. You know what I'm saying? You've always had to worry about that, but right. it's like goddamn, it's still going on. That goes in today's times with what did that Republican that had to delete her tweet? She said that now is the time of the little man trying to get everything they can, like get rid of these big corporations, just like the way they ran inside the Capitol. because they're tired of all this nonsense, but she had to erase it or whatever. But it's like a lot of people are tired of this corporate nonsense.
So, but what do you mean? I mean, I understand the corporate nonsense, but how are you going to go about it? Are you going to go about it by overthrowing the government and then just going into these companies and destroying them?
Well, no, they didn't, and it's not destroying the company. With this situation, they're not overthrowing that's not the government. They're going against these hedge fund, these corporations, to show that, you know what I'm saying, you're actually smarter than them. You know what I'm saying? And we can make these maneuvers. It's like they obviously don't care. They're putting their faults out there. They're showing that, look, these guys are going to do whatever they can to screw us. Right. So we got to do whatever we can to get this money.
Well, absolutely. They're playing the game and they played the game back and they won.
And those corporate companies have bailouts, and they have the money they can lose this $1 million and get that $1 million back. They're gonna get it regardless. Right. Us little people, we can gain that $1 million. You take that from us, we're not getting that shit back.
I know, and that's why that's absolutely why, because you're not gonna get that back.
So why not start showing what's going on? Now, I don't agree with her side on what she says about like, oh, it's just like the people running in the Capitol. No, that's just white trash acting stupid. That's all that was.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
if she's saying it's just like that, I'm like,
I can understand the comparison if you want to do that, saying that the little people are tired,
right?
But there's no argument on what the they did. That's retarded.
Technique, yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I hear you. I can hear that.
I can understand the argument. Like, everybody's tired, and in every single way, people are trying. It's like we shouldn't be this poor.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and one of the big fights about the Democratic the president's plan is that minimum wage goes up to $15. $15 is a natural minimum wage. I mean, you know what?
Yeah,
anything below $15, dude, you cannot survive on.
You still can't survive off of $15.
Right, but two people making $30 an hour, that you can survive on.
Oh yeah.
So two people together.
So,
in
yeah,
one
you
household.
need to get in like a relationship or some shit.
Right, absolutely.
Screw yourself. Screw yourself in another way.
If it's got to be that way, it's got to be that way.
And that's the problem. You see, this is what I'm talking about.
We settle. We're too easy to settle.
Ah, man, that's what's wrong with America. You got to go and get in a damn relationship that deep inside you don't want to get into, but you got to protect yourself. You got to go and get in this relationship in order to survive.
Well, not to survive, but listen, as you grow older, it's always good to have a person there for you, the person that you're there for. So a relationship is a special thing. People don't realize it when they're young. Because hey, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I can move on. But when you get to a certain age, you start thinking about, hey, it'd be a lot easier if I could share this time with somebody else. So yeah, you people have to think about those things.
Yeah. No, I know. I was gonna go down the road, but whatever. I'll leave it alone.
Exactly.
I was just more focused on this money thing.
Well,
money is what's like, I don't know. Money has been like throwing itself in my face for the past week very hard. Like how to handle money, how to securing money, make more money while you're sleeping. Things of that, the different ways of making money and how these entrepreneurs are doing it. And it's been slapping me in my face a lot for the past week. And it's just, when I see things like this with the hedge funds and everything,
it makes you feel like you're being left out. Like
and it pisses me off too, because it's like at the same time, it's like, damn, so it's like it's like you're gonna do everything in your power to try to get that dollar to work for itself, and then you got these corporate ass white people that are going to just stop you from getting it. Because it's like, me, I've been stopped by corporations in my life. All right. So it's like my trust for corporations.
Well, just
keeps.
trust issues in general.
Yeah,
Let's not say
Yeah,
corporations.
we'll say that.
Let's not say governments.
Yeah,
let's
we'll
not
say that.
say
Trust issues and a lot. So when I see things like this, I tend to,
No, I think I still think that America's a place that people come to because they have dreams, and everybody's got a dream. And I think it's just a matter of finding your dream. These days it's even hard to find a dream, to hold on to a dream. I mean, I feel that way. I feel like I don't even have a dream. You know, and I've never really been a money guy where it's great to have money and to be able to do things and stuff. But I've never really been a money guy. I've been more of a trying to find inner peace kind of guy. And you know what? No matter how much money you have, if you don't have inner peace, you don't have anything.
I feel like that's almost a problem too, because I've been a money guy, but then like I've always noticed that regardless, even with the money or without it, there's never gonna be peace.
Right.
So it's like, all right, there's never gonna be that. So let's just let's keep gunning for the million at the end of the rainbow.
If you got a gun for something, it might as well be a million.
You know what I'm saying? Well, millions at the end of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
It's like I want to be able to wake up and create everything that I want to create with no boundaries in front of it, and then being able to be like, all right, we're gonna go over here to do this, and we're gonna go over there to do that. You know what I'm saying? That to me is, as long as you're still doing something productive and that can give to people, you know what I'm saying, and you got bread in your pocket to do all those things, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But
I hear you. I mean, it's always good to think about. Like, I was thinking about the other day when the lotto hit $1 billion.
yeah.
I was thinking to myself, oh my God, could you imagine winning $1 billion? I can't even imagine, because I would give everybody that I know, not that I know, but my family members, I would give them all a nice chunk of money and let them, no rules, no regulations. It's your money. You do what you with. But once you lose it, it's gone forever.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there ain't no coming back for seconds.
I know. It's like you always think, you always daydream or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If I was to win, what would you do with that kind of money?
I'd probably buy a little island somewhere.
Where would you even begin?
For $1 billion, I'd probably buy a little island somewhere where I could set up shop with solar panels,
That should be wild. On
cable TV,
island,
exactly.
Import.
Bring in some broads coming in. Some broads,
you know what I'm saying?
Just have like a party town all the time. And charge people to come to the island and party. It'd be
turn into a business
instead of Disney Island.
But I would have to turn myself into the next Disney. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to, with all that. It's like you just turn on your app and look at your bank account. That's billions. It's like, where would you go right now? I definitely wouldn't be in this bitch. I'd be like, time to go. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I definitely have to start like a major business, and like just start. Of course, it'd be restaurant chains of restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Different types of restaurants.
I definitely would like buy a resort.
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd definitely be real estate where it'd just be circling money.
And just yeah, I'm going to be investing in the resort, but it's also going to be paying back. So you always money like that only makes money.
Nah.
You don't.
Yeah,
lose,
you have to.
You don't lose $1 billion.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's like my step-pop said. It's like you get that kind of money that shows up in your bank account like that, the first thing you do is call somebody that's handled money like that.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's dealt with billions in their possession or whatever, had to handle millions for somebody else. Then they know which way to go and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, and I would have people double-checking, and because I would be so, because of course what happens is you get so much money, you get paranoid about losing it.
Yeah. And I bet you had.
And then you don't trust anybody. If anything, and you have to try to deal with all that money on your own, and it's hard to do. So
I would have to get ready for lawsuits and people coming out the woodworks, I would have to get ready for that. I'd already know that as soon as the word goes out that I got that kind of money, it'd be like, all right, hold on. All right, here they come. Like, lawsuits. Who are you again? Oh, yeah. Oh, my dad.
Yikes.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I would definitely. I don't think if something like that happened, I don't think I would get all the crazies from the past.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
No.
I would.
You definitely would.
I would.
Yeah. I was always the lone wolf when I did my stuff. I was alone all the time.
I was too.
But you always had a posse. You always had people. You always
certain
had
extent.
places to go and things to do.
You know what I'm saying?
I did all my things and places by myself. So there ain't no ties on my back.
Hey, you want to hear everything that your president has done wrong since he's been in office?
Yeah, sure. Bring it out. Let's see. I mean, 2 weeks. How much could he have been done wrong? Could he have done wrong already?
I'm gonna show you right now. Shit, right. I'm gonna show you. All right. This is a letter. I guess from a group of Republicans or from a Republican to Democrats. All right. Thank you, Democrats. I can't figure out why people voted for this pendejo. I can't figure out why you said pendejo, firstly.
First of all, did you do any research on this letter? Is this authentic? Because that wouldn't have gone.
This is all right. So yeah, let me hold on. So this is, I guess, Instagram or Facebook letter written by Trump supporters and Republicans to, the general public.
Right.
I'm still a little tight that they said pendejo, but anyway, I can't figure out why people voted for this pendejo. There's like 4 exclamation points at it. 2 p.m. yesterday marked Biden's 50th hour in office. This is when this happened. This is like 5 days ago. Let's take a look at the Biden/Harris administration. Number 1, a loss of 57,000 jobs in oil. Ended energy independence for the United States. Canada and Texas are suing Biden. Antifa, just an idea, right? Continue to riot and burn down Portland and Seattle. He sent our troops that were in D.C. to sleep on the floor of a parking garage in freezing temperatures with cars parked there and 1 bathroom, but the White House made them cookies. Nigga, that sounds like a deployment, first off. You feel bad about that? Nigga, ask about a deployment. Anyway, created a new glass ceiling for girls to hurdle, ruining so many chances for scholarships with his progressive transgender programs, allowing boys to compete against girls and allows them into their bathrooms. Created a new federal property mask mandate, which he broke countless times already. Is now allowing illegal immigrants to be counted for representation in Congress. A complete halt on student loan forgiveness that he promised. A complete halt on the $2,000 stimulus program that he promised. He shot down a Trump admin order to lower the cost of insulin. He shot down a Trump admin order to lower the cost of epinephrine. He rescinds Trump order. Rescinds? Is that how you say rescinds? Rescinds.
Yeah.
Trump's order banning Chinese communist involvement in U.S. power grid. 1.6 billion in gross wages lost. Since this is his 50th day, so for 50 days,
50th
there's
hour.
50th hour. You said?
Yes.
Yeah, 50th hour. So in 50 hours, $1.6 billion in gross wages lost. And just today, 8 Chinese bombers, 4 fighters, and 1 sub-hunter just breached Taiwan's air defense identification zone, crossing the Taiwan Strait. Everything they've done in 3 days has benefited other countries and hurt Americans. Gas prices climbing and market going down. But hey, at least Biden hasn't tweeted mean words, and we have a woman vice president. And this was fact checked on Facebook. It says partly false information. So yeah, that was the letter. So that's everything that Biden's done
So that was that was.
I don't know who found out all that first off. Like, which one of them Facebookers sat down and jotted all that down?
It's ridiculous. I mean, 50 hours in office. 50 hours in office, and I'm blaming everything from the last 3 years on him. I mean, come on, listen. If anybody takes that serious, they're just as insane as the person who wrote it. So, listen, it's all good.
Hey, that guy is something else, man. No, it's, I don't know what to think of that whole spiel right there. Partly because I just really don't give a shit about any of it.
Well,
it's like I just think
you know what? This
people
is
are
the
just
country.
wild.
This is the country your kids are gonna grow up in.
Yeah.
This is the country their kids are gonna grow up in. So you have to give a shit. So at some point you got.
I give a shit, but all that right there, it's like.
Well, that's nonsense.
Like,
That's
come on,
all.
guy,
Come on.
But then if like you're sitting there like looking at all this up, and then like the whole thing about the soldiers and. Wish people would stop speaking on soldiers and they don't even know how they live. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it is so. It's like those soldiers that
had one bathroom. Good Lord.
It's like, oh my God, that's more than we have out in Afghanistan.
Exactly.
Jesus, like, no, they're right. And then they said, but the White House made them cookies. You know, oh man, let's talk about a deployment. We're gonna go deep diving in deployment. You'll see a soldier. I can guarantee you a lot of those soldiers that they were there. They were just like. All right, let's just get through these couple hours so we could get back to base and go get drunk.
Go get drunk. Exactly.
Like, I'm sure none of them were so butthurt about laying out there. And, I mean, in all actuality, it's kind of like a deployment for them. You know what I'm saying? So
to practice.
They're getting paid to do that. They've been in plenty worse situations, but I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning treating soldiers like shit. Never that, but.
I just I'm not condoning it either. But I'm saying how can you put that on the president's doorstep? I mean he wasn't even in office that night yet. So how could you?
Yeah, that is real. Like it's not like he wasn't even the president at that time. Like they put that
all that stuff that
he was still
about.
Trump was still president.
Biden has no control over any of that stuff. Had any control over that stuff? And in 50 hours, there's not much control you can take.
You know what's funny? It's
Come
like
on.
all the Facebookers and everything. They protect and they still Trump is our guy. Let's protect him. But you know what those people in that ran into the Capitol are doing? Do you know what they're doing?
No, what are they doing?
The president made me do it. Faced with federal charges
of
possible prison time, the once diehard supporters who stormed the Capitol are now blaming President Trump for their actions.
Absolutely, and they should. And they should. He told me to do it, and here I am doing it.
Bunch of snitching ass little bitches. But yeah, I mean. Some straight bitches, but yeah, you know,
the big orange is going down.
It is crazy. Now, one thing I can say that Biden is doing is said it from the beginning. That man be appropriating black people culture and shit like that, like a mug. Now he gunning hard to get Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. He done put all types of black power fists all up in the White House office, like this.
Dude,
he's something else. I'm surprised his wife ain't black. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised any wife ain't black.
Let's be nice.
Anyway. No, that was a good segment.
Thank you.
Jeet?
Not yet, but I'm looking to you.
All
what
right.
are we making tonight?
Tonight is a little bit of we'll call it a struggle night.
A what?
A struggle night.
A struggle?
Yeah, make something easy that we can find in the fridge or just unload the fridge and see what we can find.
That's
a
good thing. That's a good thing. I like to do that at least once a week,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you need to clean out the refrigerator every now and then. So every now and then you'll throw together some.
Look in the cabinet, see what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was actually going to. There's another way that I do this recipe, and I've filmed it and was gonna do it in one of the the other videos that y'all see. But then this one, do it. I'll show you like real quick on this one. This one's pretty dope. And this is shrimp and grits, man.
Doesn't get simpler than that, right?
Shrimp and grits, easy. You know what I'm saying?
Easy peasy.
I do the grits a little different, and the shrimp we're gonna saute right quick and bang bang bang. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's bang bang away.
Make a noise in the kitchen. I don't know that much. I've figured that since COVID, like the whole the prostitute game would be like. Do you think maybe there was like a layoff? Like maybe like a week.
No, I think that
like
the only
a week
ones that
layoff
kept the economy going.
You think so? Because I said you think like when at first everybody was on quarantine and everything, they're like, oh shit, yo, we gonna have to.
Stella's still out there. She's still going strong.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, she ain't been wearing no.
Yeah,
mask.
I know. Because some of these bitches is like fucking espionage soldiers and shit.
She ain't been wearing no mask.
Like prostitutes do like background checks on you and shit like that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Like some of these bitches will do background checks on you. They'll pay for the system, the software.
Well, if you're in that business, I guess it's a
they
security
pay
line.
monthly.
It's a line of security. Yeah,
they pay monthly for the software.
Because you don't want to be showing up at somebody's house getting your ass beat and all that.
Because they'll run your number and see if you the police and things like that. Even though it don't matter nowadays, the police will tell you, "Oh, I'm not the police," and they still be the police. Right. But yeah, like it was wild. So that's why I figured,
Jonathan B. Dobbs, wanted for sexual abuse, manslaughter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're not gonna be dating tonight. I'm sorry.
You ever heard of the word pandering? Niggas better watch out.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary times. Anyway. All right. Yeah, we just having fun. So anyway, we gonna make this shrimp and grits. All right, and as you can see, we have our green onions. We have a lemon. We ain't going too ham with the lemon, you know what I mean? But then we got our beautiful garlic over here. And we're gonna cut that little thing out. And shallots. And we got tons of other things, but we're gonna show you what's up. It's pretty simple. This is a good of course it's southern, but now you find this at luxury restaurants and everything like that. Everybody try putting it on, but they always got their own spiel with. They always got different things. You could do different things. Like the one that I filmed before, I put bacon in it and stuff like that. But I don't have bacon, so what we're gonna do, I'll add a little bit of smokiness because I got some liquid smoke, so we'll still have that. You know what I mean?
Nice. And this is like stuff that you could find laying around the house.
Yeah, straight up. You know what I mean? I'm sure everybody has a little bit of garlic and things. And it don't have to be just this. You could switch it up to whatever. Like you could do, as long as you have shrimp and you have grits, you can do anything. Just make a sauce, something like that.
Right.
Like I said before, I like big chunks of garlic. Like I don't hate garlic.
There's nothing to hate.
You
ever have garlic ice cream?
No, I never have, and I've always been willing to try it. I definitely want to try it.
They have the garlic festival down here every year, and I was actually looking forward to it this year because I was like, you know what, I've never had.
Yeah. Gina and Don go to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, but it's supposed to have a lot of pretty cool stuff about garlic.
Take down these shallotes. You don't want too many shallots, but do a nice little. Pretty.
The nice crunch of a fresh shallot.
Don't want to breathe them in too long. Don't want to start crying everywhere.
A little garlic, a little onions, little scallops. Got the lemon ready to roll.
I just sharpened this knife, so of course it's gonna be beautiful.
So why'd you tootsies?
Woo.
Lose a finger.
Yeah, there's been some times, I know my hand placement is all jacked up, but I don't know, I still get it done. There's been some times where I jack myself up. Like cut my whole nail off.
Yikes.
Tip of finger, all that.
Yikes. It's
Yeah,
a little
part of
extra.
the game,
It's a little extra meat in the
you know?
in the sauce.
A little extra stunad. So, man, gonna get this thing ready. All right, now for the grits. All right, so a lot of people use water. I like to. I used to use chicken stock. I like chicken stock over here. It gives it more deeper, robust flavor. I'm gonna do about 2 cups right there. Probably just throw in just a tad bit more. Start the fire, get that rumbling.
So did you get that chicken broth at room temperature?
Yeah. It definitely wasn't in the fridge or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't cold. It was room temperature. So this way it gets to the heat quicker. You know what I mean? It gets up to temp quicker. And we can get this party rolling. You know what I mean?
Right on.
We're going to throw some butter in there. A little dab of do ya.
Why does butter go good with everything? I mean, it makes everything better.
Oh, no, that's like I remember that's when I found out when I was young. They were like, every time you go to a restaurant, butter is. If you go to a real restaurant, butter is where it's at. That's what they use.
Right.
That's what it always is. You know what I'm saying? They're not using no, margarine or vegetable oil. You know what I'm saying? Some places they switch it up to for their recipes and everything. Right. But if you go into an official restaurant, this
They're
is
using butter.
Yeah.
Using real butter. Now, grits is a what? A wheat? A rice?
You can ask me all the damn questions.
I'm sorry. I know we high as hell too.
Well, shit. It's a white. These are white corn grits.
White corn grits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is that corn right here. All right. I want to bring this to a nice little tosave. All right. So this is a cup of grits over here. We're gonna move around. All right. I probably want to give it a little bit more. Lower the heat. Shit. I heard this black girl was like, this Jamaican girl was like, if a man does me wrong, I take a pot of grits and throw it on his lap. I was like, oh my God.
Time to go. Nice meeting with you.
I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is where we're at, all right.
You gotta make sure you break up with her the day she runs out of grits.
That's a real Jamaican thing. So yeah, like I said, a lot of butter. Add that butter in there again. And then over here we want to take a little bit of this Italian blend of Asiago Romano and Parmesan cheese. Throw it in there. Alright. This is quick 5-minute grits, you know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much done. We want to get all that cheesiness and the butteriness up in here, because when it mixes with this smoky flavor kind of shrimp thing we're doing, it's gonna go well. All right, so now we're gonna do the shrimp. Throw a little bit of butter on there. Got that thing on high heat. This is gonna be a quick one. Watch out, might be some sizzling.
All right, so I will back the hell up.
Oh, we should be alright though. You know what I'm saying? Got that garlic and shallots going up in there, beautifully. A lot of garlic. Got a couple green onions in there. Some red pepper flakes. Get that moving around. Let's put these shrimps in there. These shrimp, excuse me.
That sure does smell good.
Of course, a little bit of adobo, tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes, mijo.
Tú
Si
sabes.
no es adoba, no está bueno.
Of course, a little bit of slap your mama. Slap your mama. Right there. A little bit of chili powder. Start mixing that around.
Ooh, yeah. Look at them shrimp
Pretty.
change color.
Beautiful. It's a little bit of liquid smoke. Don't go crazy. Just like 3 little dabs. Move it around again. A little bit of this is tomato, crushed tomato. And a little bit of white wine. Let me do this thing. I didn't get you there.
No. I was following the dots. Smells fantastic.
Nice, nice.
See the way those
Lower down
shrimps
this
just
heat a little bit.
turn color and fluff up and absorb all that goodness.
There's some lemon juice on there. Beautiful. A little bit of oregano. Dried oregano. Some pepper. Of course, some salt. Smells amazing.
Oh man, does it ever?
Alright, get your bowl with that grits with the cheese and all that flavor. Sure you clean it off. Not a lot of talking now. Oh shit.
Thinking about how I'm going to eat the thing. Where do I start?
Aye.
Mamma mia.
More of that sauce over here. Definitely want some of this sauce. Put some more shrimp on here. The green onions. Definitely gotta get the green onions in there.
Holy cow. Wow.
Yeah. That's shrimp and grits.
Alan ran around.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks delicious.
Yeah, I guess we'll be back.
Exactly.
Let
As
you
soon
know
as
what's cracking.
As soon as I devour this.
Shit. Make a noise in the kitchen.
Out.
Was that shit? I haven't had that in a while. Man. With the sauce, grits alone. A little bit of smokiness at the end from that liquid smoke. I love liquid smoke. You can cheat with liquid smoke.
Nice crunchy shrimp. Perfectly cooked.
Almost tastes like shrimp parmesan. Not bad. Interesting.
No, these are never the shrimps that I ever have had.
Yeah.
Like on the road and stuff like that.
Mm.
No. The grits that I usually have had on the road and stuff like that have been tasteless.
Yeah, they usually don't, they're just, water, like the way we did at the hospital and shit. Water, and that's it. A little bit of salt and pepper if somebody cared. But, yeah, it's like with the grits, I always you got to do something like that. And these are the corn grits, so there's a little bit of the bite, kind of, you know what I mean? Like hominy grits and all that, the thicker ones, whatever. Those would be cool to cook with soon. But, yeah, like these ones, the chicken stock and then everything else. I usually use like diced tomatoes. This is crushed tomatoes, and like so it's more of you're getting more of a sauce with it.
Right, instead of something.
That's something that always used to bother me making shrimp and grits back because I just used the diced and maybe use a little bit of tomato paste to thicken it up or whatever, but it doesn't come out right. This sauce consistency is correct for me. But I think I still need to put diced tomatoes in with it to have a bite of a tomato with all this. I think is where it needs to, you know what I mean?
It's gritty goodness.
Yeah. The chicken stock makes it taste more like a dinner, almost like a chicken soup kind of ordeal. But man, if your chick loves shrimp and grits, buy.
It's quick and easy to make.
For real. The grits, and then these are 5-minute grits, you know what I mean? So you just make those, put them on the side on some low heat, whatever. If it gets thick, thin it out with some more chicken stock. If it's too thin, put a little bit of heavy cream in there or more cheese, you know what I mean? But yeah, real easy. You know what I mean? And then the shrimp, just don't overcook the shrimp. You know what I mean? Whenever you look at shrimp, there was a rule that I got told when I was younger. I forgot who said that to me, but they were like, if you're looking at shrimp when you're cooking it, and if it's in your head, you say, "Oh, they need one more minute," take them out.
Ready. They're ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because then that one more minute will be overcooked.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
I really, like I said, I've really never liked it or enjoyed grits, so it's very good. It's very good. I could probably have a bowl of those grits, just plain grits like that.
With the cheese, yeah, and it's not, yeah, if you had no choice but to have them by himself, make them taste good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then even in the morning, if you don't have chicken stock per se, Like,
We used to use milk.
yeah, I would do half milk. Sometimes I even do half chicken stock, half milk. And then, but yeah, always milk and throw some cheese in there, throw some seasonings in there, and it'd be better. You know what I mean? If all you have is bacon, whatever, eggs, whatever. I seen people at work, they'll mix in a whole bowl, like eggs, scrambled eggs, bacon, and grits, and mix it up like weirdos and eat the whole thing like that. Be like, yeah, whatever. I mean, sure.
Hey,
All going to the same place.
it's all cooked.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't miss.
Splash.
I don't miss working and cooking breakfast. I don't. I mean, I was a beast. I'm a beast at it. I can cook the hell out of an egg. You know what I'm saying? And they say that's what qualifies you to be a good, you know what I'm saying, chef. But yeah, I got my egg game is I'll challenge anybody on my scrambled eggs, my sunny sides up the over easies. I challenge anybody. What's cracking? I challenge anybody. But
I have to take you up on that. No,
I'm a beast. You know, you've had my eggs. But yeah, like, I don't know. What was the point of what I was saying, the whole thing? Oh, yeah, breakfast. I don't miss cooking breakfast at, like, a establishment anymore. I mean, it'd be cool depending on the place where it is, and I'll do it, like, a couple days a week here or there, but I'm not for all that shit.
Well, I hear you. You know, I mean, when you talk about money, making money, you talk about, you have to break it down. Some people think about it very technically, and they only think about it technically towards the money end of it. So it's like, okay, so we're going out to make money. What's the number one meal of the what's the number one money making meal of the day?
Of the day? And that can always change every day. Or are you saying the standard number one making meal of the day?
Money making meal of the day is what?
Breakfast.
Exactly. Why? Because you get a huge return on what you put out.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you opened up a place that make sandwiches and coffee in the morning, you could make a killing.
Yeah. Depending on the flow of traffic of where you're at. And, yeah, if it's something like that, and give them the option, you know what I'm saying, to sit down if they want, but mainly get the person in and out somewhere they can stop right before work where they know they could be in there 5 minutes in and out, better than the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, like a New York place. So you come in and out.
Day. Yeah, yo, there's been mad people asking me about the ham, egg, and cheese, and I told Shorty that the New York girl that, you know what I'm saying, this chick to work at the damn place. Anyway, I was like, the place is over there. I got to find out what she want. But yeah, a lot of people be asking for breakfast. Uh-huh.
The other thing is when you talk about something quick and easy to run with that makes you a ton of money is what?
Sandwiches.
Hot dogs.
Oh, man. Yo, you don't know about my hot dog idea that I had when I first got out here? I got some ideas for some hot dogs.
My hot dog vending stand was 2 chicks in bikinis.
They already got that in Fort Lauderdale.
That's all right. They can have it here, too.
But with good hot dogs.
Well, great hot dogs. Not bad to look at while you're eating a hot dog.
And then I'll give them some free hot dogs.
Nice. You mean the eating type, right?
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but I got some ideas for some dope hot dogs.
Yeah,
that should be good.
Like chili dogs and all kinds of,
That's about my chili dogs.
Get them red onions, hot dogs, them red tasty onions, them red.
New York style.
Oh my God, the onions.
They don't do that in New York neither no more. I think there's like one more left. I think they said.
Really?
But they said they had to stop all that. Yeah, unless they weren't sanitary.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't give a shit.
Boiling all day long.
In New York, it's like the dirtier the place, the better the food.
Exactly. It's like the hot dogs are boiling all day in the same juices. Come on.
That's what I'm saying, but
that can't be bad.
They just close it down and put it in the shed, and then wake up the next morning and pull it out and like hot dog.
Exactly. That can't. There's no way that cannot be bad for you.
Whatever. Yep. Whatever. It's still delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Like
The
the
other thing
holes
is,
in the
like,
walls, you have to go to the hole in the
the
wall
other
and
thing
eat
is when they
there.
had the piñonas, the little sticks with the meat on it, and the meat on the sticks.
The
With a piece
shish
of-
kebabs.
Yeah, the shish kebab with a roll.
I
on it.
haven't seen those in the longest.
Those
Like,
things used to make me nervous because you never knew what you
I
were
never
eating.
liked them. They were just so big and they're always chewy and everything. I
You
was
never
like,
knew what you were eating.
yeah, I didn't like
You're
when
like,
I'd rather get a hot dog or a pretzel when I was out there.
Yeah.
And that's it. But all that
And in the
other-
wintertime, and they used to do the chestnuts. And it would. Oh my God, I hated the smell of chestnuts. in
what
New
the
York.
the honey nuts and all that. I used
No,
to
no,
like
not the
those.
honey nuts. The chestnuts.
I never really remember them
Chestnuts were
chestnuts,
the-
roasting
the-
chestnuts in the open
yeah.
fire.
Yep.
I
big
never-
old
I just
chestnuts,
remember the
big
song.
Bag of them, but it would make the whole, like, if the wind was blowing down your way, you wouldn't be able to smell because it was so just smoky and
Really? Oh man, the smells of New York. Oh my God, I miss New
Exactly.
York.
well,
I miss New York hardcore, but well, yeah. I mean, sure, we're talking about food, so it's all about the food. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Get one more bite before we go on this. You good, man? Got
Oh,
that
I'm
last
good.
shrimp.
No,
There's like
you
15
got.
shrimp over here. Man.
All right, if you insist.
I like it. Would you buy it?
I would definitely buy it.
Hey, another banger for making noise in the kitchen.
I would definitely buy it. 2 thumbs up.
Oh man, all this talk about like money and Wall Street and everything, it makes me think of back in the day. And I got a Subway story for you today. That's funny because I actually worked in the stock market before. This is no exaggeration.
You were a
this is real shit.
stockbroker?
I accidentally found myself wanting to try to be,
Right.
but I was
That was a movie, wasn't it? It was Trading Places.
yeah, right. All right, the boiler room, something like that. I was 19 years old. Yeah, and I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I just got out of Job Corps and moved back to New York, to the Bronx, and in my grandmother's living room, and I had to look for a job. And at that time, the internet just kind of like came out.
Right.
Yeah, well, it was out, but for us that is kind of coming out, and so I had to look for a job, but internet wasn't really doing it, so I was looking back in the newspaper, and so they said it was like one of those agencies where you go and get a job, they'll get a job for you, whatever, and you just show them what you're good at. I was only good at cooking, but I wasn't trying to go into a restaurant at that time. I was stupid and young and shit. So I decided to I'm good with computers and stuff like that. Maybe I want to be in an office, try to get some of that real money because we're here in Manhattan anyway. Let's try to get some of that real bread, you know what I'm saying? And so they're like, cool, well, what about the stock market? And I was like, nigga, what?
Sure, why not?
Come on, 19 years old. This would be good for you. You're 19 years old. Maybe you start from the bottom and gain your way to the top. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you're going to go work on the Mercantile Exchange. I was like, what the okay.
You'll be a runner.
So, yeah, I think that's what they called it. Yeah, so you work on Mercantile Exchange, and then they were trading for natural gas and oil and stuff like that on that stock floor. And so, I remember going to this building, and this was after 9/11. So I'm still walking over the cracks in the sidewalks, and, I'm walking in the side, and, you look, and it's the big boulder of the World Trade Center. It's a wrap, you know what I mean? It's nothing there, and you see them. This is when they were still digging shit out and everything.
Right.
It was fresh. And I would have to go there every day. And I hear stories from these people that told me they were there, for the whole. They got locked down in the Mercantile Exchange. So this is one of the buildings right here, and Mercantile Exchange is like that. It's a circle too, and it's right there. You're outside, and they had to be in lockdown in that building. and while the building was coming down and everything, and they're all in there, didn't know what the hell
Could
was
you
going
imagine
on.
feeling like it probably felt like an earthquake was going on?
And the world was ending.
Yeah.
Probably felt like the world was ending.
Chandeliers shaking.
Everything, the power goes out, and you just go 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 go. And like you're like,
my
oh shit. Yeah, they were like they didn't know what the hell they did. And they were stuck there for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. I worked there. I got in and. I remember Paul, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Paul. He went and got me, you know what I'm saying, clothes for the job, got me ties, got me long jacket. I was looking the part, you know what I'm saying? I had the long, you know, nice little dress jacket with the shit and everything. True story. I was on my way to work, and I was leaving grandma's house, and I got on the train, and I was looking all fly. I thought I was all fly and everything, and I'm standing up against the door, and this lady is just staring at me. And I was like, what's going on over here? What's going on over here? And she looks at me and said, hey, there's a bug on your jacket. And I looked down, there's a big-ass roach like this big on my jacket. I said, motherfucker. It was crazy. That bitch, I tried stepping on it, and it just ran in between everybody. I was like, that's crazy. I don't know where that came from.
That's the worst.
Oh, man. But I got over there, and so, like, it's wild. Like, you know, you put your stuff in a little cubicle thing, and they're like, all right, you're going to be a runner. I'm like, what's this? And, like, what you do is these people, they throw tickets at you. Not at you, but they're throwing in the circle. You know what I mean? And you gather all the tickets and you rubber band them up and you do them by counts and you got to set them up. It's your responsibility to get those buys and those sells in these stacks, and then they go back, and that's how they computed these guys make money. I didn't know, like, these Wall Street dudes, like, they really are like what you see in the movies. Like, these dudes are out all night getting coked up and everything, and they're jacked up. Like, some of them are mad cool, but then some of them are just straight rich pricks. And I had an altercation with a rich prick that I was like, I didn't even get fired from the place. I was like, I can't deal with this. I'm going to kill this nigga. Especially dealing with the people that I was dealing with at that time. Like, it wasn't, that kind of work wasn't mingling in the things that I was doing and everything. But yeah, for sure, this dude threw a ticket, and like, it came and it was one of the ones that had to just hit me, pow, right in the head and everything. I was like, God damn it, whatever. But that's what happens. You're in the middle of a pit or whatever. But I guess he got mad of a cell that he couldn't get on time when the little dial thing, you know what I'm saying, moved. And he came walking down the stairs to get out of the pit. And I was standing there, like, collecting tickets. And he, like, shoved me so hard, like, and I dropped to the ground. I was looking like a bitch. I was like, no, we're not doing this. I got up and just straight decked him right in his face. And he fell. We both started tussling, and everybody was like, yeah, yeah. I swear that was just like Boiler Room, yo. Everybody was clapping along. They fucking separated us. They were like, oh. And motherfucker just got on and did his thing, and they were like, tickets, tickets, tickets. And they told me to collect the tickets, and I finished the day out. It was like nothing ever happened, yo. It was the most bugged out shit ever.
I guess temperatures.
It's what happens. There's constant fights down there.
Yeah,
there's people that's drunk. They have like masseuses out there. It was like a normal thing, and I was like, I went back home and I was like, I don't know.
Tension's so high,
You know how
you're dealing with millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, you know how much money I was making an hour there?
How much?
$5.15 an hour. And I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
$5.15 an hour.
$5.15 an hour. That was 2002, pretty much.
Wow.
Yep, $5.15 an hour. And you're working for like a temp agency and all this bullshit. I was like, I'm not doing this. I just got in a fight with this dude. Next time, these niggas, I'm not making as much money as they are. I'm not doing this. Hell no. And that was I think I worked there for like a month.
Damn.
And I was like, and I just saw, it was like, nobody was like saying, hey, you want to learn more about this? Or, hey, you want to do this and that? They were like, hey, you going to catch some tickets today? I was like, man, my Wall Street dreams are over with. This isn't for me. That's it. But yeah, that was my first.
That was your intro to Wall Street.
Yeah, and I was like,
But there has to be more. There has to be more that that people could have shown you to do and stuff like that.
I was working for a temp agency. I was a ticket catcher. I don't think them niggas wasn't care. They leave in there and they're going to chill. You know what I'm saying? I remember the lunches though. That was amazing over there. I was eating lunch, looking at the Hudson River, and you know what I'm saying, picking whatever I wanted for lunch. It was cool. It was a cool experience.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It'd have been dope if it could have been something real.
They had
And
a
to
ca-
like
they had a
live
cafeteria
that. Yeah, mean ass cafeteria and yeah, like
Everything was free?
salad. No, hell no, you paying for that shit? You crazy? Yeah, salad section. Like it was like $20 a day in lunch. You know what I'm saying? You had to do something like that, and then making $5.15 an hour. You're
Half the day was just
leaving
for lunch.
You're leaving there all the way World Trade Center and going back to the Bronx. It was like such a
broker than you came in.
night and day. But it was cool though to see it, and just makes you wish like you could live that city life, and you know what I mean, be one of them
Really get carried away, yeah.
funny shit.
Well, from what I hear, it's like you have to be, somebody has to take you under their wing.
Pretty much, yeah. They have to take you in, because I guess even my
Big
cousin
company or something.
Yeah, my cousin Lil Mikey was trying to do all that, and from now I think he's still working with some sort of firms that do all that, but he's not in Manhattan doing that damn thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crazy shit. That was my Subway story.
That was a good Subway because it was actually on the subway.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It would be so weird riding in to see all like the damage from World Trade Center, and like yeah, it was pretty bugged out. Yeah, you see all the still the missing people signs and everything, and the funeral processions that go through the city, and it was wild.
I never experienced it afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was there right fresh after that thing.
No, and then what I did experience afterwards was years and years after. I went back to New York for a family reunion.
Yeah. Now it's like pretty much
Yeah.
Now they're just dealing with this madness, but yeah, that time it was bugged out. It was bugged out to actually be there and see it,
But it's great to know that there's a place where you can go, and there's a place you could have gone to back in the day, where you could stay up all night long, and if you wanted to go see a Broadway show, you could go do that. If you wanted to go eat dinner at 3:00 in the morning, you can go do that.
Oh.
If you wanted to see a movie at 4:00 in the morning, you can go do
in the
that.
subway system at 3-4 in the morning. You're asking for trouble, but yeah, it's like you could still do that. But like even regular people, you're asking for trouble if you're on them trains at that time.
Yeah.
It's like you just better. I mean, of course, it's like you don't have a choice and everything, but some scary stops. Scary stops. I remember one time, like I think it was like Gun Hill somewhere. I was mad young though, but like I passed my train stop and I was like, damn it, I was all nervous. I was mad young. At that, I must have been like 12 or something. And I passed the stop, and then the next stop, the doors open, and you see like a trash can on fire, and I was like, I f***ed up.
Somebody was getting warm. That's all it was.
Yeah, whatever. That somebody looked at weird.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, New York was a scary place when I was young. I love it now. I loved it then, but anyway, that was my Subway story.
You always stay in love with a city like New York. There's no way you cannot. So many good things have happened to you while I lived there. So many good things happened to me. So many great things, experiences and stuff, first time experiences and stuff like that happened.
I feel like I have unfinished business in New York as far as like yeah, I got things to do. Just closure, things for closure. That's what I got to do in New York. I need one more trip, and then just to close it out, and then it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a wrap.
No,
My
I'm
neighborhood
good.
ain't even the same.
I got out
no more.
alive. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need to go back.
I mean, things like for Paul and stuff like that, and things for closure, inner closure. But yeah, like the neighborhood is done with. Like my neighborhood's a little Baghdad now. They call it Bangla Bazaar now. Starling Avenue is Bangla Bazaar. Yeah, it's all man.
The Bronx, Bronx has changed.
See how it went from different sections. It would start Italian and Puerto Rican and black. Nah,
it's a constant change of different nationalities.
And that's Bronx for you.
So
anyway, you got anything, man?
No, man, I think this was a great show. I think we had some great meal and some good talk and a good night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Touched on things, you know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all stay tuned for more. Still peep out the channel. Bang up that little notification bell down there so you get to know every time we doing something ill out here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get these subscribers up, and follow us on Instagram, yo. Let's get this thing popping. We trying to get big things going for the next year. We got some big plans. You know what I'm saying? I am your boy Carlo Banga, aka Don Perignon.
And I'm Uncle Mario, a.k.a. the Senator, and you guys be good.
Making noise in the kitchen, y'all.